What's happening, you kind folks on the worldwide interwebs? My name is IPC Welcome to my YouTube channel. I always like to start these off with full grace and gratitude to y'all that spend your precious time in your life to come along on my artistic journey and take the journey of some of my philosophy and little quotes and things I like to talk about that, inspire and keep us uplifted so we keep moving and grooving and doing what we do in this life. And I always encourage non-artists to come in here too and just to get your creativity on in whatever way you express your creativity in this world and open those mental faculties, which are the wonder, curiosity, imagination, intuition, will. To come from that place, it's more organic, and that is what I believe are the superpowers of today. So in today's speed paint, I'm showing you pretty much a graphic drawing I did on basically a canvas, and I planned to paint it, but it hasn't got painted yet. But I just love every once in a while to do graphite, because graphite goes on many surfaces. And this is a character from the great story MATSU, my epic story that's in sci-fi, fantasy, and manga world. And these are creatures or characters that are called the boys, and they're my version of what would be the B-boys in the creature world. And they have all kinds of fantastical ways of doing things, and they have a lot going on up in their dome, as you see as I fill it in. And then he's holding a classic yokai that I'm modifying a little bit to be a little bit of a, painting, and of course a little tatsu, little water serpent on his hand. And so, and I'm rendering this all pretty much in graphite and waxy type pencils, and that's a lot of fun. But the quote I wanted to explore today is another anonymous. I think when it's an anonymous quote, it's universal. And it's been used so many times that they don't even attribute it to an author. And I love this one. It's really simple. It says, intuition is knowing without knowing. And that's such a, an Eastern kind of philosophical, intonation or meaning, intention of something. Where intuition, you really don't know. It's more of a feeling, or a gut reaction or something that you're sensing. And I think the more you tune yourself into being prepared and thinking from and expecting greatness, or expecting all the things that you desire deep down in your heart, you want to happen, and you start to prepare for them. You use the magic 3 words I love to use, which is pretend, present, and preview. And, basically do those things. Present, like know and expect that the goodness and the greatness and all you desire is going to come to be. And then preview is, see it before it comes, right? And pretend is, if you start worrying it's not going to come, or you start doubting yourself, no, just start tending to it, tend to it. Just like as we were children, we all had those powers, right? And here's on the drawing where I'm showing you he's got a lot going on in his head. The boys always have the little DJ creatures inside their head, right? Which I think we have, and we got to just support each other in these days to, trust our intuition more. Because that's at the heart of things. At least as an artist and a multidisciplinary artist, I'm a musician, I'm a painter, I'm a drawer, I'm a visual and auditory storyteller. And a lot of times, a lot of my art is to reveal. I don't really plan it out and think what's going to come. I face it just like life and the uncertainties. It has a blank canvas or a blank space for me to write in, or some blank ears to, express something. And I basically, have to really trust my intuition and not really know I'm trusting it, but just I get that knowing feeling, and it kind of locks me into being way more confident and clear and joyful and just wanting to create all the time and express myself in a very bold manner and live those, live your walk and your talk, I think that's the number one thing you can do, is really lock to, what you committed to and what you keep saying with your heart. Even, in the new term on the internet, I'm giving you flowers, which is a compliment and all about positivity and not really criticizing what you're doing, just, uplifting, inspiring you and representing. And then here is a painting I did a little later, and it's of a classic copper water goblin, and it pretty much displays the whole thing, how this quote is saying intuition is knowing without knowing. Because when I started drawing the classic yokai kakapas, right, which are water goblins, they incorporate the fish and look like a turtle and a duck and water birds, right, but they have the strange mysterious bowl or dish on their head, as you see. I just naturally followed my intuition when I started drawing them, because the whole thing for me is to draw exactly, how you interpret things, and especially for the entertainment industry and a lot of things I do in character and creature development. And so definitely you got to follow your intuition, and it's knowing without knowing. So take that to heart and rock it. Share it with me. Share it with the comments down below. What is it to you? Intuition is knowing without knowing. And just trust that feeling, and rockify and funkify your life who you are, from the great Metas out of New Orleans. Thank you for watching the video. I'll see you folks real soon.